Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Big Zest here, and we are back playing Once Human, continuing on with our Returning to Once Human series. We have moved our base into the Tier 5 area, and in this Tier 5 area we are now finally going to be tackling all of the Tier 5 strongholds, clearing these strongholds, activating the rift anchors, and finally taking on the last few challenges of the exploration, and taking on the last Forsaken Monolith. And then once that is done, it's pretty much just a min-max game from there, right? Grinding, gathering resources, leveling up your gear, and pretty much spending the rest of your time doing what it is that you want to do, whether that be farm for mods or whatever it is that you're trying to do. But we have moved our base, and we have moved it into a location that I typically move it, which is somewhere around this region. This region is an area where there are a lot of oil spots, so you can farm for oil, and oil is very important, especially in the later game, because in the later game you are going to be participating, or should be participating, in prime wars, and it takes a lot of fuel to craft the biomissiles. So we have a fuel refinery going. We also have some oil pumps down below, right? So these are all for oil. Those are for water for my crops here. I already did some, management, ensuring that everything's planted and everything is being watered correctly. We're getting a steady flow of purified water, so that's all good to go. I have reviewed my last couple videos, and as you guys have just seen or probably heard, beginning of this video, I'm trying to remedy that. I am previously, with my other videos, I had my microphone unmuted on, sitting on the table. I thought I was loud enough to be able to be heard and for the audio to be caught within the video, but that just doesn't seem to be the case. So for this video, I am literally picking up the microphone off of my desk, putting it straight to my mouth to make sure that you guys can actually hear me within the video. It's probably, maybe I'm overdoing it. We'll find out once this video is done. But that's just what we're going to roll for now. Learning from our mistakes. I have also ordered a microphone arm so that it can be free floating on my desk and probably be placed right in front of my mouth for future videos. So, but for now, anytime that I need to talk, I'm probably not going to be able to move around and shoot and all that stuff at the same time. So we're just going to do gameplay, and then when I have a commentary, I'll take a little break, talk to you guys, and then we'll keep it pushing. So that's just pretty much how we're going to do things. Alright, so before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we actually started already with farming a bit of resources last night, doing a Blackfell run, right? I couldn't help myself. I just went ahead and did a Blackfell run and cleared this out. Doing Blackfell runs is probably the most effective method of gathering tier 5 resources. So I did that. Once I did that, I upgraded my bench, both benches, to advanced, and we also have all tier 5 gear now. Okay, everything's tier 5 now, so we are at not the max level, but we are at the highest tier. And as you guys can see here, I'm using a different gun. I'm using a still Fortress Warfare style gun, but this gun is a shotgun and not my assault rifle that I typically use. With this, to be completely honest with you, I'm not utilizing the best build for it. The best build for the shotgun, generally speaking, should be a crit build and not a weak spot or Bastille type set. But regardless, we're just going to roll with it. I just like this shotgun a lot. So we'll see how that plays out. Also, what else? Also, when it comes to our gear, because we are tier 5 now, we have unlocked the full set of attributes. So there's a lot of attributes with some of my mods, especially when you get to the tier 5 tier, like you see here, where I get a lot more damage to enemies and extra magazine capacity. So my pistol here has 16 rounds instead of 12, as it usually does, because I have a certain mod that has expanded magazine capacity. Same thing with the shotgun. It's supposed to have, like, I believe like 8 or 9 or something like that, but I have 14 because just the mods that I have on. So later on we'll get certain calibrations and things of that nature for both the handgun and the shotgun that are going to make it a lot faster and a lot easier to use. But for now, we're just going to continue to push through all the strongholds, keep farming, see what we can find, and then we'll move on to the boss, which is going to be the the Forsaken Giant. And for the boss, I'm probably going to switch back to my M416. But let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself because I got to put my mic down. There's a lot of people like building their bases around the stronghold because it's technically a polluted area, and so this is a easy way to farm acid. There's a lot of folks who like to farm acid around this area. This is also probably the best location here to do oil refinery runs. So if you save up quite a bit of oil refinery permits, which I've gotten quite a few throughout my playthrough, I haven't done that many runs for these. This is where you can go to use those permits to get a lot of different resources, so acid and premium barrel fuel and all that stuff. what I should do is I forgot to actually change my modification on my boots here. So Ruthless Reaper, this mod is really good because, as you see, all the attributes that I have here, I have really good damage towards normal enemies, really good damage towards great ones and weak spot, and especially with the magazine capacity. However, with this build, it just doesn't make any sense because I'm the one who's reloading all the time when it comes to the shotgun. I don't need kills to refill my magazine, right? So this here would be a lot better. My covered advanced violent. And obviously, if I actually do a crit build with this gun, this will be amazing because it gives me 15 crit damage. These other ones are also good. Weak spot and damage to great ones. That's alright. But this is going to be the best when it comes to the actual crit build if I go that route. Well, I should go that route with this gun. But anyway, so I should be able to do a lot more damage now with this particular mod on. And again, I don't need to refill my magazine anymore through kills because I'm no longer using automatic weapons. I'm using the whole point of this gun is for you to reload round by round, so that way you can activate Fortress Warfare in the first place. Right? Reloading a round triggers Fortress Warfare. There's a 10-second cooldown. And so the idea with this gun is that you ideally run around with one shell not in the chamber, right? Or not in the magazine. So when you run up to an enemy, you reload, trigger Fortress Warfare, and then pump out your damage. Okay? You stay in that Fortress Warfare so you can get those attack stacks. Make sure that you at least have one round expended. Run up on the next enemy, do the rinse and repeat, right? And as long as you don't take any damage, that covered advance is also going to give you that extra damage, which is great. So that's what we're going to be doing now. So, you guys saw that. Figured Fortress Warfare triggered. Was able to kill him in just one shot instead of two shots.
someone getting tired? Hey, come on out, sucker!
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I'll remember that!
Come on, guys! Got to do!
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
You better hope I don't. Oh,
Attack! Where's the attack? Did you hear that?
goddamn gun is busted!
Ready to eat!
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Get ready!
Don't just stand around gawking! Get in there!
Oh, I'll remember that!
Did you hear that?
Attack! We're under attack!
Our mission, we are he. It's simple. Here's the bounty.
Okay, we're going to be running this silo here. One thing I have to say about my raining cash shotgun is this thing literally just burns through durability. You know, I've really just been using it. I mean, as you guys saw throughout the video, I've been using it just to clear a few strongholds. And we're already at past half durability now. You know, so this shotgun, it burns through durability like no tomorrow. However, if you guys have all-purpose hands, if they give them, they usually give you guys these out for free, so you can use those. And now there we are, good as new. Or as I shown in my previous video, you can make those all-purpose hands in Eternal Land, use them in Eternal Land, and it will actually work towards repairing your equipped gear. The gear has to be equipped, okay? So equip whatever gear you need to repair in Eternal Land. Utilize those all-purpose hands, crafting them with astral sand, and you'll be good to go.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Stay around, Gorky. Get in there! Down! Keep your head down! I'm reloading!
Okay, so this build is not really working all that well when it comes to ranged enemies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to my just regular heals build. So we got that. We got that. Reaper. And all the stuff that we need. Okay. Yeah, dealing with range enemies, I just need extra range. Shotgun is just not going to cut it. Especially with the Bastille set and having to be stationary. It would have been a lot better if I had the Lone Wolf set where I can run around a bit. But with this build, we're just going to rock the M416. Or I should rather say for this situation against these types of enemies. When it comes to defense, they're going to be running up to me, and the shotgun is fine for that. But ranged enemies, we're going to need a little bit more range.
Is someone there? Who's there? Who's there? Don't just stand around! You'll never hit me! Who's there? I hope I'm mistaken. You're so
An-
Deviant activity detected in target area. Attack! I'm under attack! Who's there? Don't just stand on the Did you hear that? Stand around gawking! Did you hear that? Don't just stand around gawking! Get in there! Did you hear that? Stand around gawking! I hope I'm mistaken. Attack! We're under attack! She'll never hit me! Did you hear that? Repeat, take cover! I'm mistaken. I hope I'm mistaken. Open fire! Now! Did you hear that? Stand around. Get in here! Is someone there? Did you hear that? Attack! We're under attack! Deviant activity detected in target area. Activity detected in target area. Don't just stand around going. You'll never hit. Did you hear that? Open fire now!
Okay, so today we've made some really good progress. I think we only have a few more places left. So obviously we have the monolith to clear. We also have Sunshine Farm still left to clear. And then I think we have the Alternate Reality Research Institute left to clear. And that may be it. Oh, along with the Silo Theta. Okay, so that will be saved for next video. Pretty good run. Halfway through I actually had to switch back to my M416. The extra range is just too nice to have. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Renegade set, actually. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I can demonstrate this upstairs. So let's go upstairs real quick. And okay. Sorry, I can't do this with two hands. Alright. Well, anyway, for some reason, while I was, if you guys watched the gameplay back, Fortress Warfare, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to, when it procs, it's supposed to give you super armor. And a lot of the times when I was shooting at a given enemy, Fortress Warfare would proc, but for some reason, it just wouldn't register. Like, I just wouldn't get the benefits from it. And it's mainly because I was crouched. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy here. So while I'm standing, the Fortress Warfare, it procs, and you guys can see that it's actually, helping me, because it shows up on the bottom bar down there. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crouch and enter Bastille state, and then try to do it again. So for some reason, sometimes there's like a delay, or I don't know what's going on, but there's like some type of delay between the Fortress Warfare popping and it actually affected me. Because there was some times where I was clearly in Fortress Warfare and I was getting shot at by some type of grenades or something, and it was staggering me. And I love the Bastille set. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm probably going to make a gear crate and just put it in the gear crate. But I'm going to also make a Renegade set, so that way I can still get my damage buffs. Let me go ahead and cancel that. So I can still get my damage buffs. So the Bastille state, when you're Bastille set, when you're in the Bastille state, you get an extra 40% weapon damage, right? When you're in the Bastille state. With the Renegade set, you get an extra 40% weak spot damage. So that's different from weapon damage. Weapon damage is just all kind of damage across the board, where weak spot damage is specifically only for weak spots. So this is why I like the Bastille set better, because regardless if you're hitting a weak spot or not, it just gives you extra damage period across the board. Whereas with the Renegade set, it's only for weak spot damage. But against those enemies that have weak spots, it's a great set to have, because you don't have to be crouched, or you don't have to have any kind of specific situation. Although you do have to make sure that you're focusing your fire at an individual target. So when you are shooting at one target and moving to the next target, right? When you move to the next target, let's say I'm shooting at one of the Rosetta soldiers, normal enemies. Hit him 10 times, he dies, move to the next one. My stacks are going to be cut in half. I don't have to start from 0, but I have to start from 5. And then work my way back up. Whereas with the Bastille set, as long as I'm in the Bastille state, I'm just 40% damage. It's not going to be interrupted. But I'm going to go ahead and make a Renegade set, so that way I can have good damage across the board without having to be in Bastille state. And hopefully that will also fix my issue where there's like this delay between Fortress Warfare proccing. Anyway, I'm going to do all that off video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope the audio again in this video is a whole lot better. I'm, like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm making adjustments and arrangements to have a proper microphone set up, so that way you guys can hear me, and I can make sure you guys hear me. So hopefully moving forward, the audio is going to be a lot better. Hopefully also the audio is not freaking completely loud, but I'm going to find out in a moment. But regardless, we're going to put the video up. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe out there, and until next time, peace.